Hello everyone, I am Srinivas Zawar from Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, CSMSS Chhatrapati Shahu College of Engineering, Aurangabad. In the course of digital signal processing, here we are going to introduce discrete Fourier transformation in this session. At the end of the session, learners will understand the concept of inverse Fourier transformation as well as inverse discrete Fourier transformation in digital signal processing. Also, we can use the transformation with the help of Twiddle factor and some mathematical analysis based on some numericals to get a frequency domain signal from time domain. First of all, we want to know what is meant by inverse discrete Fourier transformation. Inverse discrete Fourier transformation. It is the transformation from frequency domain to time domain. As in earlier lecture, we transformed time domain signal into frequency domain. Then here the frequency domain signal is to be transformed into time domain. For this transformation, we consider it is as an inverse Fourier transformation. As we know, the definition of DFT, which indicates the function of x of k is to be obtained by taking summation n is for 0 to n minus 1 x of n e raised to minus j 2 pi k n divided by n. Here the inverse discrete Fourier transformation can be defined for IDFT of x of k is equal to x of n, which is denoted as it is the inverse discrete Fourier transform of x of k, and it is given by considering summation at k is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k e raised to plus j 2 pi k n divided by n, and the term is divided by n. Here we can use this definition to identify the value of time domain signal or time domain function or samples in x of n. Also, this definition is modified by considering Twiddle factor as k is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k. As we compare the value of Twiddle factor as wkn to the base n is equal to e raised to minus j 2 pi k n divided by n. If we compare this term here, e raised to plus j 2 pi k n by n, here minus and plus sign, the imaginary term having sign is different, so we can say it is the complex conjugate term for before used function. So we can represent this term as wkn to the base n, its complex conjugate is equal to e raised to plus j 2 pi k n divided by n. So instead of writing this exponential term, we can use Twiddle factor with its complex conjugate. Also, by considering a linear transformation, the xn can be represented by considering 1 by n wkn to the base n, its complex conjugate into xk. So as per the concept definition, we can use this formula for identifying x of n from x of k. With the help of Twiddle factor, we can apply this formula, and in a linear transformation we can use this formula. Let us take one example. Find IDFT of x of k given by x of k is equal to 3, 2 plus j, 1, 2 minus j. Here, as we do not consider any particular value or any particular points of IDFT, in general we want to identify it is a 4-point IDFT. Okay, so how we can identify it? First, we use a conceptual or definition of x of n in terms of x of k, as IDFT is defined by x of n is equal to 1 by n summation x of k for k is 0 to n minus 1 e raised to plus j 2 pi kn divided by n. Here we want to consider all the values as represented capital N, as we want to find 4-point IDFT, so we consider capital N is equal to 4. Then range of k is ranging from 0 to n minus 1, so it is 0 to n is equal to 4 minus 1, so 0 to 3. Also the same range of n is also considered from 0 to 3 as equal with k, and we can represent the function of x of n as 1 by 4 summation k is for 0 to 3 x of k e raised to plus j 2 pi kn divided by n, or instead of that n we can also put it is as a 4. So initially we want to consider the different computational values of n is from 0 to 3. So initially we consider n is equal to 0, then n is equal to 1, then n is equal to 2, and n is equal to 3, and it is put in equation number 1 to get the 4 computational values of x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, and x of 3. We put initially n is equal to 0. So from equation 1 we can say that x of 0 is equal to summation. Now we want to consider k is from 0 to 3, then x of k into e raised to plus j 2 pi kn divided by n for the range of and it is divided by capital N, that is 4. Now put the value of k is from 0 to 3 in this equation 1 by 4, then we put k is equal to 0, x of 0 e raised to plus j 2 pi k is equal to 0, and we consider n is also 0 divided by 4. Okay, plus we want to consider plus sign since it is summation indicates addition. Just a minute. Addition plus x of 1 e raised to plus j 2 pi. Here we consider now k is equal to 1, n is equal to 0 to the divided by 4, plus x of 2 e raised to plus j 2 pi k is equal to 2, n is equal to 0 divided by 4, x of 3 e raised to plus j 2 pi k is equal to 3, n is equal to 0 divided by 4. Now if we calculate this exponential term, at every exponential term e raised to 0 is to be obtained. 0 into anything is 0, so e raised to 0 is 1. So we directly consider the values of x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, and x of 3 here. What is x of 0? It is 3 into 1 plus x of 1 is 2 plus j, x of 2 is 1, and x of 3 is 2 minus j. So as we calculate this addition, 3 plus 2 5 plus 1 6 plus 2 8 plus j minus j gets cancelled. So we can write x of 0 is equal to 8 by 4 is 2. We obtain here first computational value as x of 0 is 2. Now next consider n is equal to 1 in equation 1. Then we can write x of 1 is equal to 1 by 4 summation k is from 0 to 3 x of k e raised to plus j 2 pi k n is equal to 1 divided by 4. It is 1 by 4. If we put k is equal to 0 to 3, then x of 0 e raised to plus j 2 pi k is equal to 0 1 divided by 4. Summation indicates addition. Next computational value 1, k is equal to 1, e raised to plus j 2 pi k is equal to 1, n is equal to 1 divided by 4. Then next 2, e raised to plus j 2 pi k is equal to 2, n is equal to 1 divided by 4, and x of 3 is equal to into e raised to plus j 2 pi k is equal to 3, n is equal to 1 divided by 4. Now just put all the values here. We can write 1 by 4 as x of 0 is represented by 3 into e raised to 0 is 1 plus x of 1 is 2 plus j into e raised to j 2 pi by 4 plus x of 2 is 1 e raised to 2 into 2 4 gets cancelled, e raised to plus j pi. Here also we can write pi by 2. Okay, in the next step we consider it. X of 3 is 2 minus j e raised to j 3 pi by 2. Okay, now we want to just identify all the values of exponential term. 1 by 4, 3 plus 2 plus j into e raised to pi by 2, j pi by 2 is written as cos pi by 2 plus j sin pi by 2 plus 1 here cos pi plus j sin pi plus 2 minus j cos 3 pi by 2 plus j sin 3 pi by 2. Now put the values of trigonometric functions as here 3 plus 2 plus j. Now we consider cos pi by 2 and sin pi by 2. As we know, the graphical representation of sine and cosine term, as suppose we consider sine 0 is 0, sin pi by 2 is 1, sin pi is 0, sin 3 pi by 2 minus 1, and sin 2 pi is again 0, and further sin 3 pi by 2 etc. can be obtained by considering the range is from minus 1 to plus 1. Similarly for cosine function, cos 0 is 1, cos pi by 2 is 0, minus 1 and 0. So accordingly you can identify the values of trigonometric functions. Cos pi by 2 is a 0 plus j, sin pi by 2 is 1 or j into 1 is 1 plus 1 into this bracket is same bracket, cos pi plus j sin pi, cos pi is minus 1, sin pi is 0. So we can write here it is minus 1 plus 0 j plus 2 minus j, again cos 3 pi by 2, this is pi by 2, pi 3 pi by 2, it is 0 plus j sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So we can write it is minus 1 into j as a minus j. So further it is calculated, we will get answer as a 1 by 4. We want to multiply this term and solve this. After solving we will get answer as 0. So we got it is 0, x of 1 is equal to 0. We want to just solve the mathematical calculations. After that we will get answer as x of 1 is equal to 0. Similarly, as we put n is equal to 2 and 3, put n is equal to 2 in equation 1 and solve, then we will get x of 2 is equal to again 0, and for last computational value n is equal to 3 in equation 1. With the same calculations we want to solve it to get x of 3 is equal to 1. So in that case, in that way we can identify the value of x of n as first x of 0, it is obtained as a 2, then x of 1 is 0, x of 2 is again 0, x of 3 is 1. This is the final answer which is represented in discrete time. Okay. Now such a types of numericals are also solved by considering Twiddle factor. As we know, in a DFT we can use Twiddle factor as a wkn to the base n, which is denoted by e raised to minus j 2 pi kn divided by n. Here we want to use the term, instead of wkn to the base n, its complex conjugate. So it is defined, the IDFT is defined by IDFT of x of k is equal to x of n. It is given by 1 by n summation k is from 0 to n minus 1 x of k wkn to the base n, its complex conjugate. Okay, and here we know this matrix of Twiddle factor as we have obtained in last lecture. We just go through it once again to identify the value of this Twiddle factor. We consider, for sake of simplicity, n is equal to 4 here. N is equal to 4. Equate this circle in equal 4 parts, and we can denote the first is w0 to the base 4, w1 to the base 4, w2 to the base 4, w3 to the base 4, w4 to the base 4, w5 to the base 4, w6 to the base 4, w7 to the base 4, etc. Okay. Now we can just put the values here as we have obtained. It is in terms of exponential form. Then we can get e raised to 0 is a 1, it is minus j, then it is minus 1, it is plus j. Okay. Now while we want to perform its complex conjugate, the complex conjugate can be represented by wkn to the base n. We denote this function by considering the performance matrix of 1 1 1 1 1 minus j minus 1 plus j, then 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 1 plus j 1 minus j minus 1 minus j. Okay. Now its complex conjugate is written as wk to the base n, its complex conjugate for n is equal to 4. The complex valued functions are considered as a j, or imaginary part is represented by j here. Other all numbers are not represented in complex form. Okay, 1, it is a real number, 1 1 here. Minus j is the complex number having imaginary part as a minus j. While performing complex conjugate, we want to change this sign of this imaginary part. So all real parts are considered as it is, and imaginary part is written with a change in sign. 1 minus 1 1 minus 1, and then 1 minus j minus 1 plus j. Everywhere at only imaginary term we want to change the signs. So with the linear transformation also we can identify inverse DFT, as well as with the different values of Twiddle factors we can also identify the values of DFT, or we can find the x of n from frequency domain signal. For example, we want to find the IDFT of x of k, which is given by 2, 1 minus j, 0, 1 plus j. Okay, and here we want to find 4-point IDFT, and we consider n is equal to 4. Okay, then according to the definition, x of n can be given by 1 by n summation k is for 0 to n minus 1 x of k wkn to the base n its complex conjugate. We consider here the Twiddle factor for obtaining the value of x of n using definition. So we want to just identify what other parameters which are represented in this formula, as we want to consider here n is equal to 4, then range of k is 0 to n minus 1, that is 3, and also we consider n is also 0 to 3. And as we want to consider n is from 0 to 3, we want to put all the values 0, 1, 2, 3 one by one in this equation. Let it be equation number 1. Now here as we want to put this value, we just know to identify the values of Twiddle factors with its complex conjugate. Okay, so as we have obtained the values of Twiddle factor, just consider these values of Twiddle factor to represent the input signal x of k and transform it into x of n. Therefore we can write x of n is equal to 1 by 4 summation k is from 0 to 3 x of k w k n to the base 4 its complex conjugate. Okay, now put k is equal to 0 to 3 for n is equal to 0 to 3. Okay, we consider, let it be equation number 2. And now from equation 2 we want to consider different values of n is from 0 to 3. Now in equation number 2 we want to put n is equal to 0 as x of 0 is equal to summation or 1 by 4 summation k is equal to 0 to 3 x of k w k n is equal to 0 to the base 4 its complex conjugate. So we can write 1 by 4. Also we can put the value of k is equal to 0 to 3, then x of 0 w 0 into anything is 0, so w 0 to the base 4 its complex conjugate, plus x of 1 w 1 to the w 0 to the base 4 its complex conjugate. Anything into k is equal to 0 into anything is 0, so 0 into 0, 0 into 1, 0 into 2, 0 into 3, all the terms are 0. So we can put x of 3 into w 0 to the base 4 its complex conjugate. At this calculation we just need to find the value of w 0 to the base 4. As we know it is 1 and its complex conjugate is same as a 1, so we put the value of x of 0, then x of 1, x of 2 and x of 3 with that values of Twiddle factor as a 1. So x of 0 is a 2 into this is 1 plus 1 minus j into 1 plus 0 into 1 plus 1 plus j into 1. And as we calculate it mathematically, then 2 plus 1 minus j plus 0 plus 1 plus j. Okay, it can be written as 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4 and minus j plus j is 0, so 1 by 4 into 4 is 1. So we will get here first computational value x of 0 is equal to 1. Similarly we can put n is equal to 1, 2, 3 and we can identify different values of Twiddle factor with its complex conjugate to get n is equal to 1, then x of 1 is obtained same value as 1. If n is equal to 2, x of 2 is equal to 0, and if n is equal to 3, x of 3 is equal to 0. Also we can solve the same examples with linear transformation, as we can just consider the output signal x of n can be given by considering a twiddle factor wkn to the base n into xk. Actually it is represented in a matrix form, so we can write n numbers of samples are to be considered in this x of n, which is represented by x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3 up to x of n minus 1. Similarly, the twiddle factors are represented here with its complex conjugate, and x of k, x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 up to x of n minus 1. Now how these twiddle factors are to be represented? These twiddle factors are represented for different values of n. If we consider n is equal to 4, then 4 by 4 matrix is to be obtained. If we consider n is equal to 8, then 8 by 8 matrix is to be obtained for this twiddle factor. And we can obtain or find the values which is based on product of k and n, and with base capital N. So we consider just initially n is equal to 4 to represent the function of twiddle factor in matrix form. As we know, the twiddle factor is represented by wkn to the base n. We consider it is for n is equal to 4, and the matrix is obtained for n is equal to 4 is as 1 1 1 1 1 minus j minus 1 plus j, then 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 1 plus j minus 1 minus j. And as we consider its complex conjugate, the complex conjugate of this twiddle factor is represented by 1 1 1 1 1 plus j minus 1 minus j, 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 1 minus j minus 1 plus j. Okay, what are the changes if we compare both? Then in comparison, this minus j is represented by plus j, this plus j is by minus j. It means its complex conjugate is considered plus j by minus j, and minus j is by plus j. Okay, now with the same example, if we want to represent as, let x of k is represented by 2 1 minus j 0 1 plus j, then we can treat it as x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 and x of 3, and with the definition we can put here as a x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3 is given by 1 by n, or we can write n is equal to 4. So directly I write 1 by 4 into this multiplication with this twiddle factor with its complex conjugate is written as 1 1 1 1 1 plus j minus 1 minus j 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 1 minus j minus 1 plus j. It is multiplied by the input function x of k as a 2 1 minus j 0 1 plus j, and we want to perform this multiplication of these two matrices to get the output is in terms of x of n. Okay, we just consider for further calculation, we consider this is the matrix of 4 by 4, this is the matrix of 4 rows and 1 columns, and identify the rules of matrices 4 by 4 and 4 by 1. The rows of the numbers of columns in first matrix and numbers of rows in second matrix are equal, so we will get perform this multiplication, and output is represented by 4 by 1. After performing multiplication of two matrices, we will get answer as x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3 is equal to 1 by n, that is 1 by 4, and the first row into column with that calculations we can get the answer as a 4 4 0 0, and finally we can write this as x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3 is equal to 4 is divided by this 4 and 4, this is 1 1 0 0. So finally we can say that we can obtain the value of x of n as 1 1 0 0 from a given frequency domain signal. Here with that transformation we can observe that the linear transformation is somewhat easy as compared to conceptual definition or by using Twiddle factor in this definition. Thank you for listening patiently. If you have any doubt in that, you can just contact me on this email ID srzanwar.csmss@gmail.com.